Once upon a time in a convenience store, a woman asked, "Which zero-calorie drink will I like more?" The cashier said, "I have a thought. Coke Zero Sugar always hits the spot." The taste made her heart fill with laughter, and with her Coke Zero Sugar, she lived happily ever after. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious.
No trip to the store is complete without the unbelievably delicious zero-calorie taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Pick some up at 7-Eleven today.
Your Grandmaster at OffshoreInsiders.com. We have a free NBA playoff winner for me, Joe Duffy of OffshoreInsiders.com. Today we're actually brought to you by the Master Lock Line, which goes back to 1980 on the score phones, giving you the highest rated plays from the highest rated services in their highest rated sports, has been winning since 1980, the old 976 Lock Line. You've got the number one playoffs handicapper far and away thus far, and as a result moved into the number one basketball spot this year. That's NBA and college combined, regular season and postseason. For 2017-2018, they're known for their max bet. Their max bet Eastern Conference parlay of the year is Toronto and Cleveland get the side and the over-under, plus the famed Pan-Asian Syndicate, who we've also been tracking since our score phone days. Boston, Philadelphia total. You've got a bunch of baseball. Check OffshoreInsiders.com for more details. Now, let's take a look at some news and notes for the NBA playoffs. Two underdogs going for 4-0 sweeps. Celtics and the Sixers. Brad Stevens, humongous coaching advantage here. I've said time and time again, there's no question I'd rather have more talent than the better coach. But Brad Stevens has shown his big coaching advantage over Brent Brown. That is not a perfect theory. There is no perfect theory. Otherwise, I would be a multi-billionaire. Yes, I've made you and me a lot of money over the years, but there's clearly no perfect angle. And Brad Stevens has shown sometimes having a better coach is important. Got to admit, Al Horford, he's proven me wrong. I've seen him disappear in the playoffs. Teams get physical with him, and then he's a so-so playoff player. I think to really go deep in the playoffs, if Horford's maybe your third or fourth best player, you can win. Not if he's one of your top two players, and along with Jason Tatum, he pretty much has been, although, Brown obviously has been very good. And maybe we got to give Boston credit. They have a little bit more talent than we've given them credit for. They're the first team in the history of our database to be up 3-0, yet getting more than 4 points. Now, we do have favorites in bounce-back situations in the playoffs, are 82 and 49. Trailing favorites, 87 and 58. Both of those favor Philadelphia. Hot playoff teams, though, are 115 and 82. That would benefit Boston. The Raptors and the Cavs, the DeMar DeRozan shooting 43.6%. Career 44.8% from the field. Kyle Lowry, an outstanding 52.3%. 42.5 in his career. LeBron James shooting 54.4% from the playoffs, 50.4 from his career. Look, DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry, they're overrated players. Much like, Allen Iverson and Pete Maravich, you miss a bunch of shots. You're not going to win championships with that. That's what separates LeBron James from the guys that I just mentioned. Two quality teams go against a team off a competitive loss to a quality foe is 53 and 14. That would benefit Cleveland. Includes a regular season, 13 and 8 in the playoffs, but 13 and 7 in the same series. So that one game was first game of the playoffs, a team off a regular season loss. Anyway, go with teams on a losing streak versus an opponent on a winning streak. That benefits Toronto, 503 and 382. It holds up in the postseason at 79 and 53. The better underdog, at least when you're basing on the record, straight up record, under specific circumstances, a stunning 18-1 in the postseason, and that actually benefits Toronto here. We've told you the old zigzag theory that historically had done pretty well, but it said go with teams off of a loss. Same series loss to win the next game. That's been disaster the last 2 years. Well, playoff momentum angle that goes back to 2015 and 2016 season is 73 and 42. That would benefit the Cavs. Teams going for a sweep under the circumstances that do apply tonight, 34 and 22. Look, the Cavs need the rest, so the they need the rest LeBron James. They'll have the killer instinct. They'll get out the broom. Your free pick, Cleveland, minus the 5. Again, if you do like our broadcast, please support them. Give us a heart if you're watching on Periscope. Give us a like if you're watching on YouTube. Share, comment if you're listening to us via the podcast. Give us a positive review at OffshoreInsiders.com. Some trends going back to our score phone days. Boston, Philadelphia. Boston, 6-0 in the conference semifinals. All records are against the spread. 42 and 19 on the road versus teams with a winning home record. Philadelphia 21-9 at home versus a team with a winning road record. 27-13 versus a team with a winning percentage above 600, but they've dropped 5 of their last 6 on 1 day's rest. Boston 6-1 in the series. Toronto and Cleveland. Toronto 3-8 playing on 1 day's rest. 3-7 on the road against teams with a home winning percentage of greater than 600. Cleveland 16-39 at home. 3-8 their last 11 overall, and 0-5 at home against teams with a winning road record. Cleveland 5-1 in the series.
Nya nya nya. Ba. Ba. Babue. Zimbabwe. The broken Bunsen burner burns so bright. Southeast Asian Peninsula.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
I think the only line we need from you today is drivers who switch to Progressive could save big.
Cool. I just gotta finish my warm-ups. Foul, throw in the towel. History.
Switch to Progressive today.
Santa ski slalom in a salmon skin suit.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.